A professor made a married girl stand and asked her to write on the blackboard the names of 25 to 30 people who are dearest to her. The girl first wrote the names of her family members, and then now the professor has written down the names of her relatives, friends, neighbors and colleagues. Now the professor has asked her to erase the 5 names which she doesn't like. The girl has erased the names of her friends. The professor has asked her to erase 5 more names. After thinking a little, the girl has written down the names of her neighbors. Now the professor asked to erase 10 more names. The girl also erased the names of her relatives. Now only 4 names were left on the board, which were the names of her mother, father, husband and child. Now the professor said 2 more of these. Erase. The girl got into a dilemma. After thinking a lot, being very sad, she erased the names of her parents. All the people were stunned, but the boys were relieved because they knew that it was not just the girl who was playing this game but their minds too. The same thing was going on in me too. Now only 2 names were left, that of husband and son. The professor said, delete 1 more name. Now the girl was scared. After thinking a lot, she deleted her son's name while crying. The professor said to the girl, you go and sit at your place, and looked at everyone carefully and asked if anyone could tell why it happened that only the husband's name remained on the board. Everyone remained silent. Then the professor asked the same girl what was the reason for that. She replied that my husband is more dear to me than my parents, sisters, brothers, my own son. He laughs at all my sorrows and joys, and I can share with him everything which I cannot share with my son or anyone else. I can erase my name from my life, but I can never erase my husband's name. The wife is the mistress of the house, not the liar of the feet. Dear friend, Abdul Sattar, a young man from Bhat village in Gujarat, went to the khara and started a clothes business when the domestic situation became bad. He went to the market to buy clothes. There someone stabbed a person. The injured person fell on the ground and started writhing in pain. People gathered around the injured person and watched the show. That person died in agony. Young Abdul Sattar got a stain on his heart. This thought in his mind: there are 3 types of people: those who kill others, those who watch their deaths, and those who help the injured. Abdul Sattar, a young man, decided that he would join the helpers and then left the clothing business. He bought an ambulance and wrote his name on it. Telephone below. Wrote down the number and started helping the injured and the sick in Karachi city. He was his friend's driver, an office boy, a telephone operator, a sweeper and an owner. He used to sleep keeping the telephone close to his side. He would write down the address as the phone rang and walk away with the ambulance. Abdul Sattar kept an iron gate in front of the center. People used to put their spare race carts in it while passing by, saluted the patients while taking them to the hospital and came back. These hundreds of coins and a few notes were the sum total of that Idar, this Fajr namaz. Went to the mosque to study. There some innocent child was left at the threshold of the mosque. Maulvi Sahib declared the children to be illegitimate and announced to kill them. People were taking the child to kill. He picked up a stone and stood in front of them, took the child from them and raised the child. That today that child is a big officer in the bank. He used to go to pick it up and found out that there was a waste lying in a dirty drain. When he reached there, he saw that even Keen was not ready to go down into the drain and take out the waste. Abdul Sattar also went down into the drain, took out the waste and brought it home. Gave me a bath, shrouded me, performed funeral rites and buried the dead by digging graves with my own hands. When I went out to the markets, I saw helpless old people picking up papers, saw stray children sleeping with dogs on the footpath. I built an old people's home, a children's home to feed the mad. He made women look like dust when they saw them in trouble. People kept seeing their passion, they kept helping them, they kept moving forward. Even Adi Sahib established the biggest welfare center in the country, Idrapalle Code. Abdul Sattar Edi created the world's largest private ambulance service. He used to roam around the country without any fear. He used to go even where there was a police encounter or were being trapped. Police dacoits and mudhar groups used to stop firing on seeing him. The child of the country. After Quaid-e-Azam and Allama Iqbal, the child knows Abdul Sattar Edi. Till 2003, Adi Sahib took out 8,000 people from dirty drains, brought up 16,000 illegitimate children, got thousands of girls married. Till that time he was running dozens of welfare agencies. Women used to kiss their hands. Women used to take off their jewelry and put it in their bags. Young men used to give their motorcycles to them on the streets and used to sit in the van themselves. Abdul Sattar Edi is no more in this world today, but the philanthropists created by him are in the service of the miserable humanity. God is free. There are thousands of people roaming around in the Banu. I will become the servant of the one who will love the servants of God. May Allah give the highest place to Edi late in Jannatul Firdaus. Say Amen Ya Rabbal Alame, dear friend. If you like the video, then like it with such interest. For more interesting stories and updates, subscribe our channel and press the bell icon.